be here. I feel good. But I had a harrowing experience today. I crossed the street without looking. I just stepped out in the middle of the street without looking to see what was coming. Before I realized what happened, a car just went and screeched right to a halt, right in front of me. I didn't try and jump out of the way. Matter of fact, before the car even stopped rolling, I just stand there in the middle of the street, just being like, just pointing right at the driver's face, just like. Do you know what that means? That means that my need to talk shit has officially become more powerful than my will to live. Like if I was stuck in a desert island somewhere, I wouldn't be looking for food or like a source of water, trying to build a shelter or something like that. I'd just be jamming messages with bottles that say things like, oh, this whole island scenario is a little cliche, and just throw it out of the ocean until I die. They find my skeleton just in the fetal position on the beach. Just look at me and be like, yeah, he died as he lived. It's kind of petered out a little bit. All right. You guys are honest, I like that. But back to the driver. He was sitting in his car, and he rolled down his window, and he just looked at me and was just like, hey buddy! Go fuck yourself! And I was confused. I kind of looked at him, I was just like, man, you don't gotta tell me to go do that. I'm always kind of on the way to go do that, in some fashion. Like, I got stuff I gotta do today, but that's just to break up the sessions of fucking myself I gotta do. Like, I gotta give it some kind of legitimacy, man, you know? I don't fuck just any version of myself, man. The version of myself that I fuck, he's gotta have a job. He's gotta have prospects. He's gotta be able to provide for me. You know what I mean? I live in a group house with a bunch of people I met through Craigslist. And the thing about picking your roommates through Craigslist is like all you really got in common with them is you prefer to sleep indoors. Most of the time, not even the whole time. Like one of the people I live with, I got nothing in common. He's a survivalist. You guys know what a survivalist is? It's someone that tries to turn mental illness into a skill set, basically. Like he thinks the world is gonna end in like 6 to 8 weeks, and he's just gonna face it head on with like his pocket knife and like a stash of gold and his vegetable garden out back. And he actually keeps the vegetable garden, but the thing is like, he doesn't grow anything you can actually survive on in it. He just grows hot peppers, like that's all he's got. And he goes around, in the garden and he fertilizes the flowers with his finger. Just, I'm like, I went up to him, man, I was like, dude, why do you do that? You don't have to do that. Bees do that. Bees have evolved for millions of years to fertilize flowers. They take care of that. You don't gotta rub the flower. And he's like, well, the bees don't come around here anymore, man. I'm like, I don't fucking blame them, man. If I were a bee and I flew into the garden and I saw you just like, yeah, on the flower, I'd be like, all right, Jesus Christ. Queen didn't say anything about the guy finger fucking flowers. I'm done. I'll just sting somebody and kill myself. I don't care. Fuck it. I'm done with this bee shit. If that wasn't bad enough, I got neighbors that bum me out, man. The neighbors, oh God, my neighbors. Like I was in the alley the other day, just taking out my trash, and this guy just sneaks up behind me. That's how you approach people in an alley. He just sneaks up behind me and he just goes like, hey man, you know, when you recycle, you should really separate your glass and your cardboard, man. Otherwise, you know, they try and find you, dude. I look at him, I'm like, man, you going through my fucking trash? Why are you an appropriate subject to bring? He's like, Ryan, calm down, dude. I'm like, how do you know my name, man? Dude, I signed for a package for you the other day, man. I couldn't get mad, you know, because like he was being really helpful. But like he kept going, and he's like, hey, by the way, man, you might want to check, like, just get rid of the doggy door on the back of your back of your door. It's really easy for just anybody to live and just wander around your house when no one's home. Just like, dude, what are you? He's like, oh, that reminds me as well. You should really get that snoring checked out. I'm afraid you might have sleep apnea or something. It's like, man, you were watching me sleep and I was snoring. And you didn't roll me over? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What if my airway was blocked? That's dangerous. I could have died. Be a neighbor, all right, man? Be helpful, okay? I feel like you're laughing because of that, like, bomb, but I feel like I didn't bomb. Like, you're laughing at me, but like, I'm actually proud, you know? Just like, look at that asshole. You guys seem like a bright crowd. You guys seem like a really smart crowd because you recognize moments like that. So let me ask you guys, can anybody tell me why food trucks don't deliver? You have 100% of the supplies necessary to do that. Like, I want to ask him just like, yo, hey man, like, you want some money? Yeah. All right, you got food? Yeah. You got something that rolls? Yeah. Well then roll the food closer to my mouth, man. Why are you parking and acting all coy, food truck? Is it because you're insecure? Is it because you used to be a mail truck and it didn't work out? Have some pride in yourself, food truck. Fulfill your destiny. Bring food to my house when I'm too high to cook. I need some additional sustenance to make it through total recall, you know? So I'm a millennial. You got any millennials here? Yeah? You're all millennials, all right? First of all, I was trying to pander and you're making it hard. They criticize our generation though, you guys know that? They criticize us, they say we're soft, they say we've been coddled. And the image that they use all the time is like, oh, they're really soft because they got participatory trophies growing up. I kind of respond and be like, man, you didn't live that. Do you have any idea how sarcastic a 12th place trophy is? Ooh, here you go, good job. You're able to show up on most Saturdays this spring and wear the same color clothes as a bunch of other kids and eat orange slices. Here's some plastic for you. It's not something to be proud of. I'm finding it harder and harder to get out of the house these days. And I tried to switch it up recently. I went to the zoo. And all the animals were really depressed. I couldn't deal with it. You know, all they do is sleep all day. You know, it's a bummer. Like, I went to go look at the lions. They were all wearing sweatpants, man. Just lying around in sweatpants, and I watched them for hours to see what they do. They just ran through all of season 2 of Felicity on Netflix. That's all they did. Lions. I was like, what are they doing, man? And then they ordered Domino's. Online. Do you have any idea how low of a self-esteem you have to order Domino's online? Just in the darkness of your room, your face only lit by your computer screen. I got nothing left. We ordered 2 larges, so I only have to do it once today. I'm trying to get my life together. And I realized that'd be a lot easier if I had a 5-day forecast of how drunk I'm gonna get that week. Just so I could plan in advance, you know, and try and head it off at the pass in case I had like a doctor's appointment or something like that. I wish I could just go into my computer and just be like, oh, computer, like, what's my drinking looking like for the next couple of days? You know, weatherman pops out and it's like, well, Ryan, we got a nice little bench of sobriety for the next 2 or 3 days. How about Wednesday when, fat chicks, be advised, there's a heavy whiskey front. Soreness can be caused by the fact that you learn that your ex-girlfriend is now happily dating the starting power forward of the New York Knicks. She's a 7-time All-Star, makes over 300,000 times your net worth in a single year. And basketball groupies have nicknamed him the Anaconda. Soreness can cause heavy bank account damage. a vicious spate of liquor shits. It'll force you to delete from your memory the plot of yet another book that you read in high school. See you later, King Lear. The neurons that you used to live in have now been permanently destroyed by Jack Daniels. Stories that could be worse than 2007's Hurricane Cuervo. Where you broke into your own house, even though your keys were in your pockets. And